I'm going to play us this video now. One thing you should understand is that politics is politics wherever you find yourself. Okay, politics is politics. Whether the person someone was working for you and switched up on you, okay, went to a different political party and start saying shit about you, that is politics. That is politics. That is how it is, because politics is not a straight game. It's full of its ups and downs and full of its sideways and side crosses and double crosses and all that. Okay, so today on the news we have Doyin Okupe, which was or who served as Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Organization in 2023 general election, coming out to give a very dirty slam to his former boss, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Now, he has said a lot of things in this video, and I'm going to play for us to see everything that he has said so far. Now, but before you watch this video, you should understand that this is politics. This is how it is meant to run. You don't know whether this particular person, based on the nature of how he's speaking, whether he has been paid a huge sum behind our backs. We don't know that. We don't know if he's actually speaking out of experience from the things he has faced, okay, or he's actually speaking the truth based on his experience with other parties. Okay, we can't actually tell that for sure. But one thing we do know is that this guy is no more working with Peter Obi, and he has come out today to the public to state his mind as to who he feels is the better president amongst the three top boys or top men of this country. Okay, so let's watch this video. When we get back, then we are going to wrap it up. Thank you.
I did, because you think that Peter Obi wouldn't have done better, or Atiku Abubakar would have done better?
Let me tell you, of all the people that actually ran for president in 2023, by benefit of hindsight, Bola Tinubu is the best.
Even the Peter Obi you worked for.
I'm telling you that from the benefit of the hindsight, I've seen Peter Obi. I've been with Atiku Abubakar. I also knew, many people are not aware, I knew Bola Tinubu so many years ago. We have interacted. I've not seen him in the last 7-8 years or whatever. That's not the point. But in terms of capacity, capability, and, commitment and knowledge, people keep underestimating what he did in Lagos. What he did in Lagos was a wonderful job. I went and I met and I sat with him, for 3 hours, and he took me through what they were doing and what they will do. And I was, even though I was in NRC or so at that time, I was impressed. I was heavily impressed. So I think that if this country will give this gentleman some time, like I heard Body George talk this morning, and that's the truth. You cannot judge this administration only, just after 1 year in office. And even it's not even 1 year in office. His government his government did not come on fully till August.
Your statement about comparing Jesus Christ and all what have you have been heavily criticized. You think that you were over? That was a slip.
No, there was no slip. Sheon, in literary language, there's something they call context. The context of the matter.
So you're doubling down on that statement?
No. What I said, let me repeat what I said. I said, look, now I'm an evangelist, and I am. I think and dream and talk about Christ, Jesus. In everything that I see Christ in everything. So I then said, I told the young lady, I said, this is like, in heaven, in heaven, at the time of, at sometime, that God, the Almighty said, who will go for us? All right? And Christ Jesus volunteered that. He said, send me, here I am. Do you understand? So I said, and he came and died for the sins of the world. So I said, anybody who came after Buhari to run this country is sacrificing himself, is putting his neck on the guillotine. Anybody who sacrifices or is prepared to sacrifice his life for others has a Christ-like attitude. I'm repeating it.
Even compared to Peter the Rock, since you are making reference to the Bible,
yes,
you do not even think that Peter, your very good friend, is not comparable to Bola Tinubu?
No, we have seen Peter in action.
So you don't think he doesn't have the kind of capacity?
I am not saying that. I'm not saying that.
So you're saying this in truth, not because of one political bias that you have.
Look, I'm 72, for goodness sake, Sheon. If at this my point, when I was 28 or 30, and I was contesting and campaigning for election in Lagos, I, a small rat, I faced Jakonde. I faced late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, may God bless them. So why should I, 40 years later, not be able to say things as I see it? I've had a lot of crap. People say that, oh, I'm a betrayer. I'm not. Look,
it sounds like betrayal, though.
It's not betrayal.
For someone like you were the campaign DG for Peter.
Wait, can you just wait, Sheon? Peter and I had an understanding. We wanted a southern president. And and when I spoke to Baba Adebanjo told me that, look, Doyin, if you really want a southern president, who do you think, which region do you think should have it? And I said, in all truth, and as a Christian, sir, it should be the southeast. He said, that is correct. That is his position. He said, my son, come, let us support southeast. I said, I agree. So when I look at the candidates in PDP, I was a member of PDP. When I look at the candidates in the PDP and those who were vying for president, the only person I saw that was strong, cerebral, and I felt was capable was Peter Obi. Peter Obi never came to me. I went to him to say I was going to back him. And we went all over the country and I campaigned for him. And we didn't win. So as far as I'm concerned, that's over.
But with the benefit
politics is not about hatred.
But with the benefit of
there are no permanent enemies in politics or permanent friends. Only permanent interest. We had an interest, and the interest was a southern president.
But you have said it.
God has now given us another southern president, not the one that we desired. I wanted Peter Obi as a southern president, but God now gave another southern president in the person of Bola Tinubu. Who am I to query God?
But as a case of hindsight that you mentioned, so it's a case of you were once blind, now you can see.
Not blind. Not blind. I didn't have all the information
at the time.
It's not blind.
So there you have it. As Doyin have said, okay, there are no permanent friends in politics. There are no permanent enemies in politics. Only permanent interest. Okay, only permanent interest. Based on what he have said so far, he's a Christian and he wanted a southern president and this and that and everything he has said. We can't tell for a fact this is what he actually means. Okay, he's speaking based on capability and cerebral knowledge and everything, and he's finding Tinubu more efficient and effective than the rest of the candidates. Obviously, because Tinubu was the person that won. Okay, not even the idea of permanent interest. But this is politics. Everywhere, everyone is free to do as they please for the purpose of their own personal interest. Thank you.